Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking an absolutely epic tale. We are talking about the legendary Tony Jaa, jaw-dropping box office records, and honestly, one of the most bizarre, copy-paste cultural internet dramas of the entire decade. If you love martial arts cinema, massive underdog success stories, and, well, internet beefs based entirely on DVD choreography, you are in the exact right place.
Where is my elephant? Or, as it was shouted repeatedly while absolutely dismantling bad guys on screen, Shanggu Yunai. I mean, if you know, you know, right? This legendary, high-stakes translated quote became a massive pop culture catchphrase back in the 2000s. And it really sets the perfect, energetic, kind of comedic tone for our story today. Because look, to understand the wild internet drama happening right now, we first have to understand the movie that started the whole shebang.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the Ong Bak Phenomenon. So picture this. It's 2003. Hollywood is absolutely obsessed with CGI and wire fu. Think The Matrix era. The global martial arts scene desperately needed a new, grounded hero. And wow, did Thailand deliver. Tony Jaa and director Prachya Pinkeo provided this raw, visceral antidote to computer-generated tricks. Their motif was incredibly simple. No stunts, no wires, pure Muay Boran. Every single knee drop, every flying elbow, every insane leap over a moving vehicle, that was 100% real. It literally changed action movies forever.
In the film's rapid global spread, it was totally unprecedented. It was a massive smash hit in Thailand in 2003. Then, the famous French director Luc Besson saw it, quickly bought the rights, and released an international cut in 2004 that just dominated European theaters. By 2005, it finally hit North America. Get this, at the Toronto International Film Festival's Midnight Madness, it reportedly earned the longest standing ovation in the program's 16-year history. We're talking over 10 minutes of straight cheering. Ong Bak officially put Thailand on the global cinematic map. Moving right along to Section 2, Show Me the Money.
Because hey, it's one thing to get a standing ovation, right? But it's a whole other thing to completely break the bank. The first movie pulled in a worldwide theatrical box office of over $20 million. Now, I know that might sound kind of standard today, but keep in mind Ong Bak was made on a tiny, almost microscopic budget of just $1.1 million. That is practically the catering budget for a modern Marvel movie. The return on investment here was absolutely astronomical.
And we absolutely cannot ignore the domestic dominance. In Thailand alone, Ong Bak raked in over 200 million baht. It wasn't just a movie anymore. It was a point of immense national pride. It brought Muay Thai to the forefront of the global stage in a way that had literally never been done before, leading to a massive, massive wave of cultural exports for Thailand.
The global appetite for Tony Jaa's choreography was so insatiable that the success had this incredible long tail effect. Look at this, even a sequel like Ong Bak 3, which only saw a super limited theatrical release in the US, making about $14,000, completely crushed it in home media. It pulled in over $5.2 million in DVD and Blu-ray sales. People just could not get enough of watching these moves in their living rooms.
Which naturally brings us to Section 3, the Cambodian Clone Wars. Okay, so decades after the film's release, a truly bizarre internet drama started unfolding. Out of nowhere, a massive wave of Cambodian influencers and TikTokers began mimicking Tony Jaa's exact movie choreography from Ong Bak. But here's the catch. Rather than paying homage to the film, they claimed these highly specific staged cinematic sequences as an ancient Cambodian martial art called Bakado. This online cultural clash actually spilled over into the real world when the 2023 SCA Games, hosted by Cambodia, controversially renamed the Muay Thai event to Kun Khmer. And then, attempting to capitalize on all this internet frenzy, a Cambodian movie called Shadow Master was quickly released. It was, for all intents and purposes, an almost shot-for-shot copycat of Ong Bak.
But here's the thing. You can't really rewrite recent pop culture history when the evidence is literally sitting on everyone's DVD shelf. As one Western viewer hilariously commented on these viral TikToks, are they aware we've all seen Ong Bak? I mean, hit the nail on the head, right? You just can't mimic a highly stylized movie routine from 20 years ago and claim it's a forgotten ancient technique. The global audience saw through the blatant imitation immediately.
When you actually compare the two sides neutrally, the contrast is pretty stark. On the left, you have the authentic roots of Muay Thai driving a global box office phenomenon that fundamentally changed action cinema. On the right, you have a recent TikTok trend heavily borrowing those exact choreographed moves, which culminated in Shadow Master, a movie that was, by all reported accounts, a disastrous box office flop.
And that leads us perfectly into Section 4,
Tony goes to Hollywood. While all that drama was brewing online, Tony Jaa was busy ascending to the literal Mount Olympus of action blockbusters. Just look at this number, $1.5 billion. That is the colossal worldwide box office earned by Fast and Furious 7, a movie where Tony Jaa showcased his martial arts alongside Hollywood's absolute biggest stars. His global reach went from a village in rural Thailand to a billion-dollar mega franchise.
And right on the heels of that billion-dollar triumph, remember that copycat film Shadow Master we just talked about? Yeah, it reportedly earned 40,000 baht at the box office. To put that into perspective, that is roughly $1,200 US. Ouch. The contrast between imitating a legend and actually being one, it really couldn't be starker. Tony Jaa's Hollywood resume completely proves that his raw talent successfully translated to the biggest franchises on Earth. We're talking fighting Paul Walker in Furious 7, teaming up with Vin Diesel in XXX Return of Xander Cage, battling literal beasts alongside Milla Jovovich in Monster Hunter, and securing his action legend status with Jason Statham in Expendables 4. The man is, without a doubt, an undeniable international treasure.
But you know what's really cool? Despite the international drama, the internet copycats, and his massive Hollywood success, Tony Jaa has always maintained his composure and dedication. This quote right here highlights his true humble spirit. "I don't train martial arts to defeat others, but to defeat myself." It's a pretty powerful reminder that true mastery is an internal journey, completely removed from the noise of social media comment sections.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Looking back at the sheer absurdity of trolls trying to steal a martial arts legacy and rewrite a cinematic masterpiece, it really makes you wonder, have you ever tried to steal a man's elephant? Because as Tony Jaa proved, if you take what's his, he will cross the globe and the box office to get it back. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the world around you.